Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're down here at the workshop. I want to share with you a little bit of a story, and then we're going to kind of explain a few changes that are going to be happening here with the channel. But it's been a kind of rough 24 hours. You'll have to excuse any strain in my voice, but I did want to get down here and kind of let you guys know what was going on. And the best place for any story is just to start right at the beginning. Alrighty guys, as many of you know, we've been working on the electrical part of getting the workshop set up, and yesterday was pretty much a day like any other. My father was up in the ceiling there, and he had just dropped this wire down through here, and he was up there stapling the wire across the rafters back over to the electrical box. And I had all my stuff down here, my wiring diagram, everything's pretty much right where I left it. Have my wiring diagram, have my Slim Jim snack laying there. That's not a pencil, that's a Slim Jim. But I was drilling the holes horizontally across that wall about 2 feet off the ground. We're putting in 3 plugs across there, and we needed to get it done. In the middle of that wall is where the gas heater will hang, and for the blower we needed to have the power run. The guy's coming Thursday or Friday to hang that up there. So Dad was up there, he just lowered this wire down, and I was busy drilling these holes, and that's pretty much when an electric shock hit me. And guys, it didn't come from the wire is still on the spool at the other end. It was my heart. Alrighty guys, I'm going to bring you back in here. We're turned around now. You're looking at the far end of the shop behind me there. And let's see, right over there. That is the coiled other end of the wire, and you can see where it goes up to the ceiling. So there was no electricity involved. As many of you know, I'm a disabled veteran. I served as an 8404 Devil Dot Corpsman. And guys, I'm proud to have been a combat corpsman. And there was a time that any of my guys would have told you that I'd have gladly kicked in the gates of hell to bring anyone back. But guys, those days have changed from my time in the service. I lost both lower lobes of my lungs, and those health problems have compounded into other health problems. The loss of the lower lobes has put strain on my heart. I have had 2 heart attacks. And what happened the other day, or yesterday, was I knew it wasn't a heart attack. I've been down that road before, but it was a pretty shocking event. It was turns out it's probably what people would call angina, but it was sudden onset, and it was enough to take the wind out of me. And as you can see, I'm not a small guy, but guys, it was very, very humbling. And it's just some days they just don't go like you think they would, and they can turn on a dime. But let me kind of give you an idea what we're looking at here. Alrighty guys, one of the things I don't really care to do ever is discuss the extent of my disability. It's not something I'm proud of, and it's not something my pride allows. But I did want to bring you back in for just a second and show you, when I talk about having trouble just reliving the glory days versus today. I'll show you how I got set up here. That's pretty much breakfast. That's pretty much lunch. And there's dinner. Missing a couple off there. I take a omeprazole for some stomach issues that I have, and I take a statin for cholesterol too. I said I didn't grab it either. But guys, it takes a lot to keep me going, and I enjoy getting on here and making these videos and stuff. It isn't always easy. Tina and I's disabilities are different, and I won't go into hers, that's her business. But I will tell you that it isn't always easy for me to get out and do what I want to do. So get a lot of comments, oh, Mark does all the talking, Tina does all the work. Well, I'll tell you, Mark does what Mark can do, and Tina does what Tina can do, and that's pretty much where we'll leave that. So you guys have been real good about it, and anytime I've ever seen it come up in the comments, one of you loyal followers has usually set somebody straight. So guys, it's just not always easy, but I need to finish telling this story. So I'll leave my meal plan here and let's talk for just a second. Alrighty guys, the one thing we don't want is for this to turn into some big pity Mark video. It is absolutely not. But what I've done is, yesterday was as nice a day as today, and we're looking out across the front yard, and I've got the camera set right where I was sitting. And just to show you how quick a day can change, I went from this to trying to figure out how I'd make it up those red steps there to the back door, and really wasn't sure. But the gray window to the left of the door up there, right in the middle, Tina was standing right there canning chicken. While I was wondering about yesterday or how tomorrow would go, Tina was getting us ready for tomorrow. So guys, we're gonna contrast the beginning of this video with the video that Tina was making. She was trying to show a good day, good things going on here at the homestead, and all of a sudden it just changed on us. My father was here. He worried him. My kids will see this video. I'm sure it'll worry them, except I've already warned them it was coming. So, but guys, just don't ever take anything for granted on your homestead. I went from sitting inside, working on some electrical work, things I love to do. Those are the things I can do. Tina does the things she can do. But sitting inside, Tina was in the house canning up chicken. She loves to can, she loves to cook, and everything can just turn on a dime. So please don't ever take for granted that the day's going to end the way it began. And but this video is not going to end the way it began. Guys, we're going to attach Tina's video on the end of this. I want you to go inside, enjoy the day with her, watch her can some chicken, and then know that I love my wife. She stood by me from the time I hit the door, and she knew what was going on. She has done nothing but tend to me, and got it to the point where I'm down here filming now to share the story with you guys, because guys, a day can turn on a dime, the world can turn on a dime, and you just never know when it's going to do it. But I'm going to leave you here with the last shot of a sunny day. We're going to go inside, and I'm going to clip the end of Tina's video on here. You can check her out. She's canning some chicken up. She's really good at it. A lot of people have mimicked. She cans chicken with no snow floating around in it, and she's really good at it. So guys, let's check out that video. Let's end this thing on a good note, and know that I appreciate all of you. There's going to be some changes. I need some time to recover. I'm going to take some time and get my meds straightened back out again, and I'm not going to be in too many videos, and the videos are going to be a little sporadic as Tina just does what she can. She enjoys making videos. She's gotten more comfortable with the video making process and with the camera, so she's going to put out some videos. Please check them out when you do see them. They won't be every day like they were before, but guys, when we get things straightened out, we'll get back on track. We're going to hit it again hard, and we'll go back at it again. So, but guys, let's get in the house, and we'll check out Tina's chicken canning video, and just end this thing on a positive spin.
Okay, this isn't necessarily going to be an instructional kind of video, because we've already done the snow-free chicken on another video, but I do have a pile of chicken that I need to get cut up, and what I'm going to do today is get this chicken all cut up and canned up. And the boys are downstairs in the shop, and they're going to be working down there today. So it's going to be kind of a who's doing what more of a daily homestead thing today. But I've got to get this chicken cut up, so I'll be back in a few minutes and show you how it's going. Okay, so I've got the chicken cut up, and I've got these two big pans, and I cubed them to about an inch cubes. And I've got both of those two big pots all ready to go. And I have a little pan there of all the trimmings. And one thing that we won't do is let anything go to waste. So what I'm going to do later, once I get all of this chicken worked up, I'm going to cut this up and trim it up just slightly. And I'm going to make cat food out of that, because we have 3 kitty cats that really enjoy all of the good chicken scraps. The next thing that I'm going to do, and you can see this on the other video too, I'm going to blanch this. I'm going to run it through some hot water for a couple of minutes. And then I'm going to rinse it off. That way we end up with no snow on the chicken. And anyway, I need a little break, and I know the boys have been working really hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run downstairs, I'm going to check on them real quick, and then I'll be back to work on this a little bit more. Okay, so I came down to check on the boys, and they aren't really ready yet to show off what they're up to. So I thought I would just walk around for a minute, because I need a little bit of a break. And you can see they've got their ladders and stuff outside, and we still have another big pile of dirt. And the garden is doing really well. We actually didn't have to cover it last night, and tonight we will have to cover for one more night. So, gratuitous chicken scene and a little bit of the garden, but the boys are still really hard at work, and I gotta get back upstairs. Still got an awful lot to do on the chicken, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I got my pot boiling over here, and next thing I'm gonna do is run the chicken through here. I'm gonna let it cook for probably 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna rinse it off. Then after all that's done, I'm going to let it sit and cool. It has to be cool enough for me to pack it into jars. But that's as far as I've got, and the boys are still working outside, so I am going to do this for just a little while. It's going to take a bit, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, so I got all the chicken done, but what I wanted to show you was all of the snow and the fat that isn't going into your jars. But I've still got to get the jars packed up and get them ready to be canned, but that's an awful lot of fat not going in your jars. Okay, I've got 19 jars of chicken packed, and I've got my broth starting to boil up there, and I have the canner getting ready. So it's going to take a few minutes to get all of this going, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my broth all steaming, and I've got the canner ready, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on this. I know that we have another video, and we went through everything step by step, so I probably won't go through all of this step by step, but I'll bring you back when I have everything all done, so hold on. Alright, I have 16 pints, I believe, in the canner, and I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And I know that we have other step-by-step videos, so I'm not going to go through every little step. But I have 16 pints in the canner, and it's going to take a little while. I know it's a good long time. So I'll be back as soon as I get them out. Okay, the chicken is all done, and it's out of the canner and cooled off, and everybody's all sealed up. So the only thing left to do is get them labeled and get them put away. But if you hold on for just a minute, I'll be right back to talk to you. Hi guys, and welcome back. That's about all the footage that I've got for today, and we're hoping for some much warmer weather. It's supposed to be up in the 80s here in a couple of days, and a loud truck. But an update on the ducklings is that we had 5 of them hatch. I know the video that I did before showed 3, but we've had 2 more since. But I gotta get back in there and get back to work, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let you go. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell to let you know when we put out a new video. If you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything that's on your mind, just put them in the little box below. But as always, I'm going to get out of here, and don't forget, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.